I've had a really weird career path, but it's been fun. Yeah, I worked in general accounting, real estate accounting position, project management, lease management, facility management. Then COVID hit, things changed. Switching over to full-time entrepreneurship is a wild ride. Mine has been a little slower than I'd like, but patience is a virtue. If you believe it and dream it, you'll get there.
Hey there, business enthusiasts. Welcome to the Chills Podcast, brought to you by All Weather Roof. Because just like a sturdy roof, our conversations are built to last. I'm your host, Brent Loberg, and we're about to dive into the world of business, family, and the moments that give us those exhilarating chills. Ever wonder what keeps successful people inspired? Well, get ready to find out as we chat with some fantastic all-weather customers, partners, vendors, and friends. We'll explore their triumphs, challenges, and maybe even some unexpected secrets. After all, business is not just about numbers. It's about the people behind them. So grab your metaphorical popcorn and join us on this journey. Get ready to be inspired, maybe even get a few chills of your own. This is the Chills Podcast. Let the goosebumps begin. Introduce yourself.
I'm Jason Anderson. I have an inspection business, home inspection business called Eagle Inspections of Minnesota. I started it in 2019, and you can find me online at eagleinspectionsmn.com. And then our phone number is 507-530-3742, but I service all of the Twin Cities and even parts of central Minnesota. So I've gone as far north as Malacca a few times, and I've gone as far south as, I think Faribault was the furthest one so far. So just kind of service just about everywhere, looking at different aspects of the home and trying to give people comfort in what they're buying, or give them a comprehensive review of the property that they're looking at, and make sure that everything is what they expect, and that if there's any gotchas, that they can negotiate or do whatever they need to do with that information.
Okay.
Explain it, and I like to explain it in a way that is friendly, or not to scare them. I like to keep it simple.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Give them some options and kind of talk them through the best route, your recommendations.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I can find, this is what I see, and go from there.
So it's Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
Were you a scout when you were a kid?
I was. I wish to this day I would have gone further, because my career path might have been a little different, but...
Oh, yeah? Like, what do you mean by that?
I don't think leadership would have been as challenging to attain back when I was working in corporate America.
You feel like you would have learned just more people skills, or what do you mean?
Yeah, I had more of that credibility behind me for teaching people, and just learning younger how to lead and teach and empower people to do their jobs and coach. Mm-hmm. One of the things I found that I really like to do is teach.
Okay.
So that's where, when I got into the home inspection business, I loved it, because I can investigate, I can inspect, and I can teach people how to use the systems in the different parts of their homes. So that's been really quite fun.
Do you feel like the public speaking would have been a little bit more easy too if you would have kept
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
Okay. It's funny you say that, because I grew up in an auctioneering business.
Okay.
And from a very young age, I'd get up and auction off stuff to hundreds of people.
Yep.
So I thought I was fairly comfortable in front of in front of a bunch of people. And then I think it was 7th grade book report. I was like super nervous.
Right.
In front of like 20 kids.
Yep.
So it was like, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was because of the peers, or maybe I was just better with numbers. I guess, I don't know.
Maybe.
Better the number than words. But anyways.
It's funny how that works.
So you mentioned you're from Minnetonka.
I am.
And then now you live in Otsego. So why the 507 number?
I went to college in Marshall, and so when I started a business, so this is my third one. When I started it, I was down there, and have kind of just kept that number and used it as business. And so I think this is the last one that'll get used on.
Got it.
But that's where I was. I went to college in Marshall. Went to school for accounting and a computer science degree. So I had both of those, and now I'm doing home inspections. I do commercial real estate, facility management. I've had a really weird career path, but it's been fun.
Okay. I've done a bunch of commercial roofing out in Marshall on the Schwann's plant.
Okay.
I'm sure you're familiar with that.
Oh, yes. I had quite a few friends that worked out at the Schwann's plant, the freezer, and other different places out there.
Okay. Very cool. Yeah. So I guess walk me through like the start of your entrepreneurship and what businesses you started and how you ended up where you're at now.
Yeah, so I started, one of the first business I had was I did mobile DJ for weddings and events. I did that for 20 years and finally said, okay, I'm done with this. hung it up, and then I started a rental business for some party event stuff. So we went out tables and chairs and picnic tables, did that, and then got into home inspections because I enjoy the investigative side and the education side. That's what I look forward to in working with the clients as well. And being customer service oriented from years back has helped. What kind of helped me get to this point was when I was 16, I started working at a hardware store in Minnetonka and worked there. Well, heck, I still kind of work there. Jokingly, I say this, but they won't let me turn in my keys yet.
So you're still involved?
I'm still involved. I've been around the family now for almost 30 years, and it's been a wild ride, but a fun ride. So helping people there fix their problems kind of got me into this part of the world and the things that I enjoy. So I went to college on Marshall and at the Schwann's plant, and then after school I got into accounting. I worked in general accounting, figured out that I really didn't like that too much. I liked project-based accounting, so that led me to a real estate accounting position with one of the larger companies in town, and then found out that their facilities team needed a position, senior business analyst, so I took that, and that got me into project management, lease management, and facility management, overseeing and physical security and different things for our locations across the country. So we had, I think at one point, 88 offices I was helping to manage. Then COVID hit, and things changed, so decided to go a little different route, and home inspections fit what I liked because it's really neat. It's 4, 5, 6 hours at a project, and I have a bunch of little projects I get to manage, I guess is the best way to put it, which is really fun for me and my personality.
Okay, so once you do that home inspection and somebody buys the house, are you kind of give them the report and they kind of run, or do you kind of oversee projects as they buy the house, or you kind of just hand it off?
I kind of hand it off to them. So initially, I can't do any work on a home once I inspect it for the client, but they have the report after I've had a chance to look at it, and they can then decide what they want to do from there. If they want to renegotiate, if they want to do different things, but I always give them the option. If you have a question or anything you want to do afterwards, feel free to give me a call.
Got it.
I'm more than willing to help you walk through or talk through a suggestion or situation based on your home, and go from there.
Okay, so you're back to the hardware store.
Yeah.
And then with the home inspections, would you consider yourself kind of like a handyman then? You kind of know a little bit about everything? Or,
yep, a little bit about everything, enough to be dangerous, but not enough to really be dangerous. That's not the right way to put that. I forget how I phrase it well. Enough to know a little bit of everything, but not enough to be dangerous.
Got it.
That's what I was going for.
Okay. I like it. So with the hardware store, is that kind of where you found your love for that type of business? And that's kind of what led you down the path of the home inspection business? The home inspection business, and in 2020 I did a little bit of handyman work. That was one of the other ones, but I've decided that really isn't my forte. So I enjoy helping and guiding people in the right directions. So all your years of entrepreneurship, or any cool or funny stories you can come up with and let the audience know? I had more funny stories probably with the DJ business than I have with this one, just because you're doing weddings and people get a little wild and crazy, and I've seen some pretty crazy dance moves on the floor. But in all my years, it's been fun to watch it develop and evolve and see what continues and what doesn't. For years, that was always part-time stuff. So to be in the position now to be switching over to full-time entrepreneurship is a wild ride. So everybody's a different path, and mine has been a little slower than I'd like, but patience is a virtue, and that's what I'm learning to live with. Yeah, you found your niche. Sounds like I think so. Like what you're doing. So it's been a wild ride, but hopefully here it'll be able to be full time. So that's the goal. All right. So you're up in Otsego now. Tell us a little bit about your family. So I have a wife and 3 kids. My oldest is going to college, so she will be starting her 3rd year of school this fall. My son will be a senior in high school, and my youngest daughter will be hitting 8th grade this fall. So there's the 5 of us. We have a mutt. Dog's name is Stormy, or Mutt's name, however you want to look at it. Decent home, everything up there's been good. We're about a mile from the outlet mall, so if you like to shop, feel free to swing by, because it's easy to go over there and take a meander through the mall. Albertville? Yep.
Yep, Albertville. So
It's a great area.
It is. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. It's been interesting to watch it change. Our location, we are kind of tucked in everywhere around it. Right next to us is a farm yet, but it sounds like within a couple of years that's going to be developed now. So being there and watching the growth and evolve reminds me of I have family down in Texas, and so watching them go through the similar path has been interesting.
With any of your businesses over the years, has your kids or family helped in any way?
Yeah, they help with the rental one. My wife, when we were younger, before we had kids, she'd come with me and DJ a few times and hang out and watch the chaos ensue. Actually, I shouldn't call it chaos, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Watch, people enjoy their wedding celebrations. That was where I really enjoyed myself and making sure people stayed out. And I'm hoping that they'll help with the inspection business, my son maybe, but we'll see. It's kind of up to him at this point. He's trying to get through high school, so.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was challenging.
For sure. Lots changing.
Oh, my goodness. A lot has changed everywhere.
How about some entrepreneurial advice to the audience that you can share through your experience?
Stick with it. Trust your gut. It is the best gauge you have for the business. It's not easy. It's not for the faint of heart. It takes work. It takes effort. If you believe it and dream it, you'll get there. But it's never... There's no clear-cut path is what I've learned, and it's hard for that in this world where we live in today of the instant gratification and always getting the stuff instantaneously. So grateful that I didn't grow up with having a phone in my hand, and now I get to it's made me appreciate a little bit more of this ride to get where I am.
Got it. So as you were changing each of your ventures, did you get to a point where you knew this wasn't it, or did you get burnt out, or how did you make that
how did I make that switch? It got to the point where it wasn't fun anymore. The things that the clients were asking for were things I didn't feel comfortable with, kind of went against my values, and just at that point I went, this is not for me. I enjoy doing it, but when it starts to put me in a position I'm uncomfortable, then I said, nope, we're done. When I set up the mobile DJ business, it was the music choices and tastes for people that they wanted were just not what I felt was good for a wedding.
Okay.
Wedding reception when you've got, family of all generations there, right? You're thinking about it, you probably have 40, 50 people there, and just the music choices weren't. And I didn't care for the requests anymore, and I just said, I'm done.
Makes sense.
Hang it up before it gets really, really to the point you hate it and you never want to talk to anybody again.
So the name of the podcast is The Chills.
The Chills.
Talk about like those moments in your life that kind of make the hair stand up on the back of your neck, those good, like, feel-good moments. There's something that does that to you in your business.
What I really enjoy is I call it an aha moment. It's one of the things that I've enjoyed with my teaching in Boy Scouts or Cub Scouts. Like I said, the aha moment. When you see that light bulb click, you see the deer in the headlights or the eyes are glazed over, and then all of a sudden, I really get it. I get what you're talking about. I understand this. And watching people go from that, I completely don't get what you're talking about, this makes zero sense to me, to, oh, it's really that simple, or, oh, it's really that easy. Those are the things that I really enjoy, and that kind of gives me the chills, the comfort to know that I am making a difference. I am able to explain this to somebody and put it in a language that they can understand. Something that I've always strived for and learned from is I've been able to take a very abstract thing and I can get into the minutia and the detail, like I can get down to the nails and I can get down to the materials, but I can also get to the big picture and be able to take, the best way I can put it is I'll use accounting. Taking the numbers and speaking to somebody that doesn't really care about the numbers, but I need their input to do my job and vice versa.
Okay.
So taking that detail and being able to explain it in a way that somebody else can understand and pick up, the average person, has always been something I really enjoy. That was a long-winded way to get there, but that's really kind of, one of the things that it's fun, and I found myself really good at.
I like it. And how does that carry through to your new business with the home inspections?
So for me, it's, the heart of the home, right? When you talk about the mechanical room typically, and explaining to people that there's little things you can do that will extend the life of these appliances and therefore save you some money in the long run. You're going to spend the money at some point. We all know this with a home. Mm-hmm. But stretching that out for people is one of the things that I think is fun. So, yeah, okay, you have a heat recovery ventilator. Great. What can I do to that to make sure that it lasts longer? And one of the things that I really push for is, hey, just clean them. Most people don't know, especially new homeowners, the ones I'm coming across, don't even know that there's stuff in there to clean. So spending the time and watching them go from the deer in the headlights, like, holy crud, there's a lot of stuff in here that I got to take care of, to, oh, it's really not that hard. No, it's really not. So
Got it.
Getting over that hurdle is a big part.
Okay.
And it's fun for me to explain that to. I enjoy being able to explain that and getting them to that point, because their head's swimming when they're first down there and they go, whoa, there's a lot of stuff. Yep, there sure is.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing that I can explain it to them in a way that makes them understand I can take care of this is awesome.
Okay. I heard that twice in this since we've been talking, where people might look at something as very complex, but you're able to kind of whittle it down and make them see it in a different light, or make it a little easier.
Valid point. I hadn't thought about
like that. Very cool.
I guess I'm good at that.
Yeah, I like it. You said it twice, so
I must
you
be.
hit the home run.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So that how about the chills at home? Anything? What does it with your kids or your wife?
Spending time with the family, being able to watch a movie or go out and do something together. It's not something that we get to do often, and so when we get to go camping, or we get to go canoeing, or do something outside and enjoy each other's company, that is really quite fun for me. Outside of that, it's those heartfelt moments for me. Appreciation for country, appreciation for people, appreciation for faith. All of those things combined just help regenerate my soul.
All right. Very cool.
How about you?
Chills at home?
Yeah.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot.
I am.
It's the same thing. It's seeing your family have fun. It's seeing them get excited about whether it's a camping trip or an up and coming family trip, or even like the things of teaching them something, where kind of start ingrain it. Finally, they kind of see, holy crap, mom or dad was right all along.
I'm waiting for those moments, but my kids aren't there yet. I've got two that are in the you're an idiot stage, so that's fun.
We're getting there. So
okay.
Our oldest right now is 15. So
okay, yep, you're approaching.
The younger ones are still kind of like, okay. but no, that's good. Anything else you'd like to share with the audience about your business? No, I mean, we're here to make sure that you guys are taken care of with anything. We want to make sure that you are comfortable with your purchase and anything that you're going to find out about the house. There's good and there's bad. I can't sugarcoat that one way or the other. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people in the last year and in late 22 that ended up in some really crummy situations because they skipped home inspections. It's expensive. It's, even if you bought a house in that time and you're unsure or whatever, feel free. Reach out, let us know. But I think just making sure people are comfortable with that and they feel empowered to take care of their home are the big things for me. Okay. And making sure that everybody's, at the end of the day, we all have to work together. We all have to live in the same sandbox. So that's kind of, me in a nutshell. Sure. One last thing. Yeah. So how are people finding you versus some other home inspection company? I am a member of the Midwest Association of Home Inspectors. So I'm a member of MAHI, which has been a really good organization for me and helping keep my continuing education up. Getting out in front of realtors has been the trick with this new post-COVID reality. We used to be able to do shows or visits with them. It's been even more challenging. So word of mouth has been my big avenue. But I've got my website. I got my Facebook page, all of which need some love, but they're there and available. All right. Perfect. Well, thanks for coming in. Thanks for having me. Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you. And that's a wrap, folks. A huge thank you to our incredible guests and, of course, All Weather Roof for making this podcast possible. If you enjoyed these conversations as much as we did, don't forget to hit subscribe and share the chills with your fellow business aficionados. Remember, it's not just about business, it's personal, and it's all about the people. Stay inspired, chase those dreams, and let the chills guide you. Till next time, this is Brent, signing off from the Chills Podcast. Catch you on the flip side.